Resonance presents an imaginative day of artist expression, April 18th starting at 3 p.m. Enjoy Louisiana artists and musicians like Damon Batiste. This is a 21 and up event. General admission is $50 with tables available for purchase. Come experience the culture.
Hey, did you know Long's Products is a family-owned janitorial supply with mops, brooms, trash bags, and they even have food service disposables, carry-out plates, and to-goes? Check us out.
Good morning, Central Louisiana. I'm Jack, and this is a special edition of Let's Talk here on UrbanCast. This morning's conversation is made possible by our silver sponsor, Acadian Ambulance. We appreciate their continued support of and commitment to programs like this conversation we're about to have. Right now, we're focused on the Resonance Cultural Arts inaugural Cultural Arts show happening on tomorrow, Saturday, April the 18th at the Lagniappe Theatre. The doors are going to be opening at 3 p.m. The show begins at 4 p.m. promptly, and it goes into around 9. The tickets are about $50, but it comes with heavy hors d'oeuvres and food, at least one drink tickets, and they're going to have vendors and all of that kind of good stuff there lined up. And so if you're looking for something to do here in LA, tomorrow is a good opportunity to get out there and go do some artsy kind. Go get your buffet on all things art. And we're going to continue this series with the conversation this morning. But this morning we're joined by Kyah Spriggs. Kyah is the founder of 6 Feet Above and one of the event sponsors. If you're watching live, don't hesitate to drop your question over there in the comments. I know Kyah going to be able to answer them. I won't be able to answer none, but I'm just going to facilitate the conversation. Kyah, I'll let you introduce yourself this morning.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Kyah Spriggs. I'm the founder of a nonprofit called 6 Feet Above. We do mental health awareness and suicide prevention across Louisiana. We founded in 2021, and we kind of put it on the back burner, but we're running full speed ahead in 2026. And I dabble in a lot of things. I stay busy, involved in the community, and I am so excited about Resonance to be a part of it, not just with the 6 Feet Above piece, but my dear friends who are the founders of the movement asked me to host this year's Resonance, and the very first one. And so I'm so excited to be a part of this and bring my specialty and my personality and my passion to this event.
All right. Kyah, people know you for your work in the mental health world, but how has art played a role in that journey for you?
So I wrote my first poem at the age of 9 years old. I was 9 years old when I wrote my first poem, and throughout my entire life, music has been everywhere. I was exposed to music through church. I was exposed to music through my family and every genre. And I found so much peace and so much purpose when I was able to put pen to paper and write out my thoughts, write out my feelings. And as a person who struggles and has struggled with mental health for a very long time, I can tell you that writing and expressing myself has been one of the main coping skills that got me through some of my hardest days. And I am just an advocate for people learning that if you find something you're passionate about, that can really give you the hope you need to keep going and moving forward.
Yeah, I hear. You answered all my initial questions right there in that one. So we're gonna have to go find some questions to keep up with today. Those 6 feet above, you've created a space for people to connect. How does art fit into that? Kind of tell us, from a practical, real world kind of standpoint.
So 6 feet above is all about creating hope for generations.
Mm-hmm.
It's about teaching people self-care. It's about teaching people the warning signs and the risk factors to look for in your loved ones so that you can talk with them and help them get the support they need. It's also about bringing connection to the community, and art plays a huge part in that because, like I said earlier, when people find something they're passionate about, when people find something that moves them, when people find purpose in something bigger than themselves, that really can create the resilience you need to keep moving forward. And through 6 feet above, we've hosted events that express creativity. We do a vision board party every January, and women from all walks of life come together. And the main purpose is for you to manifest your dreams and goals for what's ahead. And so people are printing out pictures and cutting out magazines and getting stickers. And they're just thinking about the big picture of, what do I want for my life? What do I want? What goals do I have? What ambitions do I have? What victories do I want in this new year? And so we do things like that. And that is a perfect example of art therapy. I'm sure a lot of people, unfortunately, we don't have that many opportunities around Sinla, but music therapy, art therapy is becoming a huge thing, not just for children, but for adults, to just really connect with themselves, connect with other people, find an art community, and just create things that really express how you're feeling. And that makes you feel seen, understood, appreciated. And that makes a world of difference for someone who may be suffering with mental health.
Yeah. So tell me this, why is it so important? This is the arts, and I mean, you've already began to tie the two, but why is it so important to support spaces where people can truly express themselves? Why is that so important?
So I was diagnosed with bipolar depression at the age of 16 years old. I'm now 31, so I've been on this journey for a really long time. And through my journey, I felt alone a lot. I mean, I can't tell you, even though I had a supportive family, even though I had supportive friends, I always felt like no one understood what I was going through. And it is a proven statistic that music, I mean, putting on some headphones and listening to a song can really decrease your anxiety, decrease your stress level, decrease that depression, and get you in a better headspace, and give you some type of peace when you're listening to the right music. And so 6 feet above is all about finding a purpose, living with intention, being brave enough to pursue the dreams and plans that you have for yourself, and learning the tools and steps to really plug into yourself, to learn to love yourself, to connect with yourself, and, just be true and authentic. And vulnerability, art is vulnerable. I mean, any artist will tell you, I can't say it, but there's a musician who said, I'm sensitive about my art. I can say it that way. And so artists are, I don't know if I can consider myself an artist. I'm a writer through and through. But as someone who appreciates the arts, I can tell you that when you, like I said, put pen to paper, when you pick up an instrument, when you pick up a paintbrush, when you move your body, all of those things are helping you have a sense of peace, connect to your inner self. May it be through worship, may it be through meditation. I don't care what you believe in. I can tell you that if you find some type of art and expression that that means something to you, it really can bring you out of a dark place and get you into living with intention and purpose and excitement for the next day. And so many people live life on autopilot, just going through the motions every day. They wake up, they brush their teeth, they eat breakfast, they go to work, they come home, they clean the kitchen, they take a bath, they go to bed, and they do it all over again the next day. And so I am so supportive of this initiative because we are not only supporting artists in our community, but hopefully we are bringing up a new generation of artists, and we are inspiring people to get out there and find their craft so that we can have a larger community of people doing this in Central Louisiana.
What was it that stood out to you about this event? It just really just said, I gotta be a part of it.
So first and foremost, the founders, Kyah and Harlan, are dear, dear friends of mine. Okay. I mean, I've known Kyah almost my whole life, and we have grown up together. We've seen the different phases of each other, and I have loved how she has jumped into her artistic self and made beautiful, beautiful pieces that are coming out of her head. And that's mental. I mean, I don't care what you say, but the inspiration behind some of the pieces that she's done, it came from somewhere. And I can tell you it came from her heart, and it came from her mind. And those are things that are worth celebrating. And so when they presented me with the idea of what they were doing, they told me all of the great support they had. I mean, I saw the passion, I saw the excitement, and that almost moved me to tears because I was so happy that somebody in Central Louisiana was investing in our community. Now, they could have went to New Orleans and did this. They could have went to Baton Rouge and did this. They could have went to Shreveport and did this. But they chose to stay right here at home and invest in something that we don't have.
Right.
And that was just so inspiring to me, that not only do they want to invest in our community, but they want to bring events, they want to bring education, they want to bring resources and connection right here to Central Louisiana. And that got me excited. And when I see people passionate about something, just me being who I am, I'm excited for them. I want to cheer them on. And so as soon as they told me, I was like, how can I help? How can I be a part of this? I want in. And it's just been so exciting to watch it unfold. And I can tell you firsthand, this is just the beginning for them. Exciting things to come for this initiative. And I'm excited to be a part of it. And I wouldn't trade it for a thing, because this is what we need. This is what we need in Central Louisiana.
I can't agree with you more. You know, a lot of times we put our emphasis on education, the STEMs, and we forget about the arts. And I remember talking to Harlan and to Kyah about, you know, this program, and you know, we were all in from the beginning, because I know if we're going to ever try to address some of the issues that we have, one of the easiest way we can do it is via the arts, because it offers so many pathways into this thing, from the spoken word, singing, bands, cooking, the whole works. And I was like, wow, this is exactly what we need, to tell you honest to God truth. Yeah. So I concur with you on that. And this ain't about me. I just had to put that out there just then, because I feel just that, you know, that committed. You know, even being a science person my own self, I feel that this is one of the most important things that we could be doing in our specific community, than anything. So I'm all on board with what this project is. Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'll tell you a perfect story and an example of why this matters. I have a 10-year-old son. He is the most incredible kid in the world, and I know every parent will tell you that. But there's something special about my boy, and I remember taking him to his first play. I remember taking him to his first musical. I remember taking him to his first live music. And his face lit up. He was excited to be there. He danced the whole time. He saw those lights, and he saw this performance that was perfectly put together. And he was inspired by that. I remember him using that word. I'm inspired. And at 10 years old, I mean, this was before he was 10, but a lot of children have never been to a play. A lot of children have never been to a dance recital. A lot of children have never been to a concert.
That is true.
And so when we create opportunities for young people to see that you could do this. I mean, I know there's a big movement right now with African-American ballerinas. I mean, we had one that made it big, and now a lot of the African-American ballerinas, I mean, they're starting a movement of how can we get on those stages and have the same opportunities. And you should never look at something and say, oh, I can't do that because of my skin or because of my economic class. And so creating opportunities for children to express themselves, for children to appreciate the arts, and giving more opportunities for that to live in Central Louisiana. We need more of it. And this is going to be a great, great initiative that starts that.
Fundamentally, how do you think events like this truly bring communities together? And what, you talked a little bit about creativity and how people can express themselves and connect with others, like the networking and all of that kind of good stuff. So in a nutshell, how and why do you think that events like this bring us together?
So I said earlier something that I really want to emphasize. When artists do their work and they're vulnerable enough to put it on display, there is power in vulnerability. It's scary. I mean, you put yourself out there to do what you love in front of an audience of people. And they may boo you, they may clap for you. You don't know what's going to happen, but you were bold enough and you were vulnerable enough to get out there and do it. And so events like this are important because not only will it inspire people to say, hey, I've always wanted to do that. Maybe it's my time to get out there and try. And then creating a space where all of the arts come together, one hub. Like you said, at this event, there's going to be food from professional chefs. There's going to be dancing. There's going to be music. There's going to be visual art. There's going to be poetry, spoken word. And so all of those people coming together from their different walks of lives, from their different avenues of art, and they're coming together and saying, we are here for one purpose and one purpose alone. We want to inspire. We want to create hope in the community that anybody can do this, and we need more of it.
We need more of it.
It's going to be incredible, and I don't know if anybody else has told you this, and I don't even know if I'm supposed to tell you this, Jack.
Okay, tell me. I've been trying to pull stuff out of people all the last 2 or 3 weeks.
When I say this is only the beginning, I mean this go round, we're focusing a little bit more on the African American arts, but I can tell you that in future events, we're going to have events specific for the Indian population because we have great Indian cuisine here in Central Louisiana. We have dancers in Central Louisiana. And so then the next one is going to be I don't know. Maybe we'll bring in some Polish dancers and
Mm-hmm.
eat some Polish food. Who knows? I mean, we want Louisiana is a hub of culture.
Right.
Everybody knows that. We are a pot of gumbo.
Mm-hmm.
And the idea of highlighting all of the different cultures that make up who we are and why we are the way we are is going to be something beautiful.
Right.
So you may not be interested in this event,
Mm-hmm.
but I promise you there are future events to come that you will want to be in the room and explore that experience, because they are creating something truly special.
Yeah. So what does it mean to you seeing the level of talent that Kyah and Harlan and the whole team have put together? Because I know I've had the opportunity to interview I think almost everyone now. Maybe one person I might have missed, but I just starting off with the professional chefs that were going to be there, I got really hungry and said, I need to be in this room right then and there. But what does it mean to you to see this level of all of this talent to come together in a short span of time on one day where people can see this?
I am excited. And I mean, I know a lot of people say, oh, excited is just a generic word. But I am I'm anxious. I'm ready. Like, I know that when I leave that room, I'm going to walk out with a smile on my face. I'm going to walk out and I'm going to be like, oh my God, I need to get home and I need to write a poem. I need to get home and I need to pick up my ukulele and write a song. And I hope that there are more people who feel that way when they leave those doors. I mean, again, I say this is an experience that Central Louisiana has never seen. And so, of course, we have plays. Of course, we have musicals. Of course, we have concerts. But we are bringing every type of art to the forefront and giving you an experience to dive in and really be a part of something big. And it's going to be an experience. This isn't an event. This is an experience. Right. And I am so excited to host it, but I'm even more excited to see the combination of people that they brought together. I mean, they're bringing in people from New Orleans. They're bringing in people from Lafayette. They are tying together Central Louisiana and really allowing true talents to have a platform to do what they love. And I don't know about you, but when I see somebody doing what they love, that's contagious.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
See somebody in your life, they really care about that. They're putting their heart into that.
Right.
And when you see that, you get excited and inspired, and that makes a difference in somebody's life. And as my background with mental health and suicide prevention, I can tell you that it is so inspiring. And you never know how many lives you are touching just by sharing your own vulnerability.
That's right. You don't, and you don't know how many people just you say it's contagious. Kyah just said it's contagious. I love that, but it is, and you just never know how many people behind the screen, behind the speaker, behind the television are listening to what you're saying. Let me ask you this question: What are you most excited about tomorrow? What are you going there to see tomorrow?
So I'll tell you, I'm a foodie.
Okay.
I'm a foodie. So knowing that we have the chefs coming from the Diamond Grill,
Okay.
I am so excited to see what they come up with, and I know it's going to be so delicious. I'm also looking forward to my good friend Jay Franklin. She is a spoken word artist, and I have known her for so long, and it's been really beautiful to watch her be resilient in her art because she's never given up on it. She knows that that's what she wants to do, and she is doing it, and she creates opportunities for herself if she can't find them. And I think that is a true artist, someone who won't give up. They know they believe in their art.
Mm-hmm.
I think that makes up a true artist, someone who believes in themselves and knows that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. And so I'm excited. I haven't seen her in a few years, and so I'm really excited to hear her. But even as myself, as the host of the event, I'm excited to stand up on that stage and look across the room at all of the participants who came out to witness this event and just see their body language. I'm excited to see the smiles on their faces. I'm excited to see their reactions to all of the different performances and just kind of be present and sit there and soak in the energy from the room.
I hear you. That was a common thing too with the band when they came in and was talking about trying to determine the energy of the room, and that's what's actually going on. So I've been hearing a lot of words that kind of just
line up.
They all line up. Yeah, that's the word. What do you hope people are going to feel when they walk into that building, and what do you hope? I know you said earlier about what you planned, but what do you hope the audience take away from Saturday?
I hope, I said this before, but just to emphasize it, I hope that people leave inspired.
Yeah.
I hope that people leave with maybe, I know for a fact there's going to be someone who walks in the room tomorrow who has loved poetry their whole life, who has loved painting their whole life, and they've put it up on the shelf and it's gotten pushed to the back of the closet, and they haven't touched their paintbrushes in years because life gets so busy that we push aside the things that bring us the most joy. I know you may know what I mean by that. And so there's so many people who are simply have put aside their passions. And I'm excited to see maybe if one person leaves and says, I'm going home to dig out my paintbrushes. I'm going home to pick up my pen, and I'm going home to write something out. I feel it in my bones that there is going to be someone there that leaves ready to call to Kyah and Harlan and say, hey, sign me up for the next one. I'm ready. I'm in.
Yeah.
And there are going to be so many people who want to jump on this bandwagon and participate in future events and contribute to the bigger picture of this art exhibit, this art display, this art experience. And it's just, I just saw my old choir teacher comment.
Yeah.
And really quickly, Mr. Richards never gave up on me. Gave up on me. And I mean, he pushed me and he inspired me. And this is a perfect example. I'm so glad he popped up because through junior high and all through high school, he taught me to appreciate not only classical music, but I remember, and he may remember this, there were a lot of people who were afraid to pick up the spirituals. And I remember one year I picked up a spiritual for one of my solo performances. And that meant the world to me so that I could sing my heritage. And I could, just something that a lot of people weren't vulnerable enough to do. I grew up listening to spirituals through church and from my family. And so being able to sing that on a stage and appreciate the art that he instilled in me made a difference in who I am today. And now I not only appreciate classical music, but I appreciate every genre that really embodies the different moods I'm in. You know what I mean by that. Sometimes
today is a reggae day. Today is a jazz day.
Yes, I'm the same way. I have playlists for everything. And so just a perfect example of someone coming in right on time and reminding me of the art that I love. That's what it's all about. we want to inspire, we want to instill hope in people and remind people of their why and their passion and their purpose, and really light a fire under somebody so that they can leave there and say, I'm ready to go back out there and really invest in the art that I love.
For someone thinking about attending, what would you tell them about why they should be there in the house tomorrow night?
So tickets are $50. I know for some people that may be a little steep, but this is an investment in an experience that will make you leave the room better than you came. I have no doubt that when you walk in that room, I'm sure you're not going to know what to expect. But when you sit down in your seat and you connect with the people at your table and you see the vendors all around and you see the performances going on and you feel the energy of just a beautiful environment with beautiful people all coming together for the same purpose, to appreciate art. That's going to be powerful.
That's right.
And you want to be in that room. I promise you, you want to be in that room. And I also want to emphasize that everyone is welcome in that room.
Right.
It's a 21 and up event. But I don't want people to think, oh, this is just for these type of people or these type of people. This is an event for Central Louisiana to come together and celebrate and experience the arts like never before.
I tell you what, you say that and how important it is for folk to come out and kind of experience it. I remember a story with one of my nephews. We went out to see the Lion King at the Pantages Theater over in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And when he walks out, he says, Uncle Jack, I want you to, I'm ready to go see Cats now in New York. I said, well, your mama gave you the money. But you know, from what, you know, what I'm seeing here is we don't know what we don't know, and we don't know if we will like what we see unless we go try to experience it. And who would have thought that my nephew was, you know, into just stage plays and things of that nature, but he was really off into it, you know. And so, you know, I think a lot of times, you know, we don't get involved in things because we just don't even know they exist, or we just don't know how. And I appreciate you guys. And when you think about it, yeah, $50 is a, you know, it seems like a lot, but when you think about, you know, the food is included, a drink is included. If I went to McDonald's, that's it's almost $20 right there, you know. And so for that, all of that other entertainment, you know, I go out to the movie and I take somebody with me, I've just spent the $50. So when you think about it, it's not a lot from that standpoint, and it's a lot. You know, you have a lot to gain and take away from it at the end of the day is what.
Absolutely. You know. And I mean, think about if you were going to a play, how much you would pay for those tickets.
No.
Or if you were going to a concert. At this event, you're going to experience food. You're going to experience dancing. You're going to experience music, vocal performances. You're going to experience art like you've never seen before, and even have an opportunity to buy some of the art. And so this is an investment in your joy.
Right.
And that's one thing that I know for a fact is there is going to be joy in that room. Okay. There's going to be culture and celebration in that room. And you want to be a part of it. I promise you, you want to be a part of it. And I know ticket sales have been going really fast. I do believe there's still some left. And it would mean the world. I don't know who's on the call right now, but I can tell you, if you know anything about me, I'm a hugger. I want to know your mama's name. I want to know what you love. I want to know what your purpose is.
You just want to do that Southern nosy thing, right?
That's me. And so when you find me, if you come to the event, I want you to give me a hug. I want you to tell me, you know, just all the good news and all the excitement you have from this experience. I'm excited to be a part of it. Yeah. It's an honor to be a part of it. And I'm just excited.
Yeah. Anything else before we get ready to get out of here?
No.
All right.
Please consider supporting this initiative.
Mhm.
The funds from the ticket sales are going to education purposes. They are
Mhm.
going to future events. This is a nonprofit that is brand new. And
Mhm.
as a director of a nonprofit, I can tell you it is so important that we support each other.
Right. Right.
Community is everything.
Mhm.
Please be willing to support your neighbor, because when things like this happen, if we do good at this event, the
Mhm.
next one's going to be even bigger, and the next one's going to be even bigger. And then we'll have opportunities to bring more people into Central Louisiana that you really want to see. And it'll just be a trickling effect. It will definitely make waves and domino effects that will reach the masses, and it's
Mhm.
going to be something beautiful to watch for Central Louisiana.
All right. Kyah, we appreciate you joining us this morning and sharing your perspectives and in your support for this event. Again, the Resonance Cultural Arts Initiative's inaugural cultural arts show is going to take place this Saturday, April 18th at the Lagniappe Theatre. The doors are going to open at 3 p.m. The show begins at 4 and it concludes around 9 p.m. The tickets are $50. We'll put a link in the comments so you guys, if you want to go purchase it. We also want to acknowledge the sponsors of this event, VLP Alliance, the Greater Alexandria Economic Development Authority, the New Orleans South African Connection, and 6 Feet Above, aka Kyah. To our viewers, thank you for continuing to support UrbanCast and being a part of this growing audience. A special thank you to our silver sponsor, Acadian Ambulance, and to our business partners, Sadler's Towing, Long's Product, Nader's International Market, the Threadhead Embroidery, Elegant Beauty Supply, and Old Mel's Farm. We'll see you the next time. Kyah, if you could just stay tuned after these commercials, and we're going to get you scheduled to come back on here and talk about 6 Feet Above and all of that kind of good stuff, because we need to have you on the show to talk about the work that you are actually doing in the community. So if you can hold on 1 second, I'm going to end the stream.
Resonance presents an imaginative day of artist expression, April 18th, starting at 3 p.m. Enjoy Louisiana artists and musicians like Damon Batiste. This is a 21 and up event. General admission is $50 with tables available for purchase. Come experience the culture.
Hey, did you know Long's Products is a family-owned janitorial supply with mops, brooms, trash bags, and they even have food service disposables, carry-out plates, and to-goes? Check us out.